Oh, well, hello, everybody. I was waiting for it to kick on, and the laptop is like a little bit of a delayed reaction to the camera itself, so I didn't realize it was on already. How's everybody doing? Looks like I got Georgia Rainey, Michelle Worrell, Trisha Whistler. How you ladies doing today? Wish I could see the comments up here. I'm doing great, Trisha. How are you? Yeah, arthritis pain and other pains seem like they get worse in colder weather. The heat seems like it eases up arthritis pain tremendously. Well, I'm glad you ladies are doing good. I'm feeling great. It was cool this morning when I got up. It's only 68 degrees right now. I think the high tomorrow will be about 70, and then it'll start climbing and get back up in the 80s again. Yesterday it was pretty warm out there. I mean, the wind was blowing, so that helped a lot. But yeah, I feel so much better since these days have cooled off just a tiny bit. It's not 105, not 109 degrees out there, you know. Feel a lot better than I was. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Bloomin'. I was hoping you'd feel good today. I hate it when any of my subscribers are feeling bad, especially Bloomin'. She's such a sweetheart. You have a good day too, Bloomin'. Just rest, do the best you can. Take it easy. Maybe you'll feel better later today. Yeah, we need to pray for Bloomin' that she'll feel a lot better. I mean, I hate it that she doesn't feel well. I mean, that's the way it's been a lot here lately, and that's not good. She's a good person. She should not have to suffer like that. We all love Bloomin'. But I'm glad at least you popped in and let us know you're not. We knew if you didn't show up that it's because you didn't feel good. We always know that, but it's extra special that you took the time to pop in and just let us know and say hi. Yes, she is a precious person. I've been sitting here trying to figure out what my next craft project will be, and I haven't really decided yet. I got this heart, and one year I did a heart for Valentine's Day. And who knows, I may save this for Valentine's Day this year. I don't know. But yeah, I've been trying to come up with another project for a craft to do for a video, and I just haven't decided yet. I don't know. Hi there, Randy. How are you? That's another sweet person there, Randy Ross. Georgia Rainey. How did y'all like my thumbnail? Michelle said, I'm going to listen to you. You have to rest, maybe? Yeah, I thought it was cute when I saw it. I said, I have to put that up. It's so cute. Yeah, I'm loving this cooler temperature. Oh, it feels so good. I was out there yesterday doing my video on planting my mums, and I let it get dark on me. It felt so good. I didn't want to have to come in, but it got so dark I had to come in. You could put Buddy pick. Well, yeah, I could. Maybe I'll put Buddy's picture, little Buddy's picture on it and give it away as a gift on my live. Would somebody like a heart with little Buddy's picture on it? Yeah, I might do that. That might be an idea to do that. Did Gladys get in here? I haven't seen her. Unless she got... Hello, it says Gladys. Bella. I haven't seen Gladys. Yeah, you think it would be cute to put little Buddy's picture on the heart and then give it away as one of the prizes on one of the lives I have? I didn't see Gladys's name. I don't know how come. Oh, there she is. It says, Linda, in case I'm not there when you go live, it's because the nurse will be here. As soon as she leaves, I'll go on in about half an hour. I've been running all your videos for 2 days. Highland, I received my seeds. Excited about the foot-long green beans. I love those foot-long green beans. Because one bean gets so long. I mean, it's unreal. I have never planted those until last year. And I saved seeds for this year. And I replanted quite a few of them out there on that trellis. I'm hoping I can fill the whole trellis up before it gets so cold that they don't live. I've been picking them as they come in on the smaller bush, and I just break them up and throw them in a little freezer bag and throw them in the freezer, and I keep adding to it each time. I said sooner or later I'll have a mess of beans. Yeah, they grow really funny. When I first ordered the seed, I had my doubts that they'd really get a foot long. And then I planted them and they started growing. And oh my God, the first ones I think were closer to 2 foot long instead of 1 foot. They were pretty long. And it don't take them long to pop up on that bush either. I mean, I'd go out there one day and I'd pick one. I wouldn't go back for another day or two, and there'd be 3 or 4 more that needed to be picked, because you don't want them to get too hard unless you're just going to shell them. And I like to catch them when they're smaller so you can break them, you know, make them into like snap beans, cut beans. How are you doing, Michelle? Yeah, it seemed like October 15th came awfully quick. And I got another surprise at my door today, this morning, believe it or not. First of all, what's coming up? Halloween. There's a whole bag of Halloween candy. Little buddy's got some treats. Little buddy's got some more treats right here. What is there? 12 cans. And then I got the smaller, I was trying to look to see what size these are. They look like half pints, maybe. They're 8-ounce jar, yeah, I thought they were half pints. They're half pint jars with the lids for canning my, you know, like jams and jellies and herbs and things like that in, because I don't want to put them in a great big jar. I mean, that's just like a fourth of what came. I can't bring all of it in here, but I got a lot of other stuff to go with all this. But I picked out some of the main stuff and thought I'd show you. And that was from an anonymous donor. I mean, giver, I can't, or subscriber. I can't give out their information. Oh no, it looks like my chat is, no, there it is. You have a good day too, Bloomin'. Just try to make the best of it. Rest and take it easy. Maybe you'll start feeling better. Sorry to hear. So you clicked on it and your screen froze. Well, I'm trying to get down to where we're current on this. You're welcome, Georgia. I hope when you plant them, every one of them come up. You're welcome, Randy. I hope your moonflowers grow. I've still got some blooming out there right now. They take turns. Says, this is one of the biggest reasons I love YouTube. I have learned so many things from you and different plants and now beans. I've never heard of them growing that big. Yeah, I have never seen a foot-long bean. It's called a foot-long noodle bean. And it does get a foot long. Sometimes it's a foot and a half, closer to 2 feet long. My sister-in-law, the last I got text from my brother, she's doing good. I mean, she went through her surgery. She woke up. Everything seems fine. I haven't heard from him today, but I did text him a message and ask, you know, how she's doing and have they mentioned when she might be going home or when she might be able to go home. But he said that she was going to have to go to rehab after that they let her out of the hospital. So I don't know if she's going to have to stay in any kind of a clinic surrounding type place for this rehab, or if they'll let her go home and do rehab, or if they'll let her go home and then have to go in for rehab every day or something. I don't know. I'll have to find out the next time he sends me a message. But as far as I know, she's doing okay. So your prayers have helped tremendously. Yeah, I looked at our forecast and it's going to be back up to 70 tomorrow, and then I think about 83 the next day. And then by like Thursday, it's going to be up to like 86. But still, there's really no chance of rain coming up, doesn't look like. Maybe the next week, but at least it's cool enough when you do water, the water doesn't evaporate instantly like it did before, and the plants can survive in this type of weather. A calendar cat for Friskies. Well, you know what? Well, he's not in color on this box, but this cat that's on here, on some of the boxes, looks just like Little Buddy. This one's not in color. This one's just in black and white. But on a lot of the boxes, it's in color. And it is an orange tabby. And it looks just like Little Buddy, because he's got white on him, like this one. Because Little Buddy has white on his neck and his paws and all that. So, I think I just got a text from my brother. Let's see. Oh, he said she's not going to come home for a while. She has to go to rehab. So evidently they're going to keep her in the hospital until she goes through rehab. Yeah, I'm just texting him back. I don't know how. I just texted him back asking him about how long he might think that they were going to have her in rehab. I decided to come in this room, and there was so much light coming in the windows when I first set everything up that it was perfect without turning this overhead light on, because it's so harsh. And now it seems like the sun and the light is fading away somewhere, and it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I said, that's my luck, isn't it? I was asking him if she got a card. I sent her a card. It's just a silly card. And I figured when she read it, it might put a smile on her face, because it was just kind of funny. But I don't know if she's gotten it yet. Hi, Derek. I've been great. How have you? How's life been treating you? And there's Gladys back. Hi, Gladys. Were you in when I showed some of the stuff that came this morning? Or were you busy with your nurse? Good, Derek. Glad to hear you're doing well. But Gladys, look at this. This was at my doorstep this morning. Treats for little Buddy from an anonymous sender. And another case of canned food for little Buddy. I got half-pint jars to can in. A bag of Halloween candy. I don't need this, but I guarantee you I'm going to eat some of it. And then there was a bunch of other stuff, but some of the other stuff I had to put in the refrigerator or the freezer. So that's all put up. But it was from the anonymous subscriber, the one that gave some stuff earlier. The same anonymous subscriber. And I didn't even know the stuff was out on the door or on the porch. I didn't hear anybody come because I was in the bedroom. And I was up. I just had been in the bedroom doing something, and I got a message, check outside. I went and looked outside, and there was bags of stuff and all this cat food and the jars and the candy. So it was like Christmas this morning, Sunday morning. I don't know if he's at the hospital yet. He's probably at the hospital with her right now. He's probably stayed there at the hospital with her ever since she's been in there. Probably part of the time all through the night, too. Yeah, Gladys, are you doing okay? Trick or treat. Yep, trick or treat. I was mentioning I had this heart, and I was trying to decide what to do with it for a craft to do a video on. And I didn't know whether to put a family member's picture on it, or what to do with it. I hadn't decided yet. And some of the viewers or the subscribers in chat said, oh, you need to put little Buddy's picture on it. And I said, well, I could do that. I could put little Buddy's picture on it and then have a contest and give it away to whoever wins the contest. And a couple of people in chat said they'd like that. You think that's a good idea, Gladys? Put little Buddy's picture on this heart, and like I did my other photographs. Because he is a YouTube star. I could even put YouTube star on it or something, and put his picture. Whoppers, sugar babies. Oh, I love all that stuff. Candy apples. A lot of times when they have these carnivals set up for Halloween, they have candy apples, and I love those things, but I hardly ever get them. I'm almost afraid to try to eat them now because they might, when I bite down in a candy apple, I might lose my teeth in the apple. I need to keep what teeth I got left. I don't know. I don't know who might be playing, even if there is a football team today playing. I have no idea. I haven't checked. And that's awful me. I've been so busy. Gladys says, good, send his picture. Well, what I was going to do is like decoupage it on this heart. Of course, I'll probably paint the heart or do something with it. And then put little buddy's picture on it. And then I'll have some kind of contest where somebody's going to win it. So you think that's a good idea, Gladys? I cut stuff like that with a knife. Good idea, Georgia says. Gladys says, yes, good idea. Okay, well, maybe we'll do that then. Somebody will end up with little buddy's picture. The little YouTube star. May even have to put a star on it for him. You have sugar babies in the store, the little store by your house. Oh, I bet you're over there quite a bit. I like the red stuff put on candy apples, but haven't seen that kind in years. Oh, that's what kind I was talking about. That's what's so good. But if you're not careful, you can lose a tooth biting into it. Because it's really sticky. It's basically just sugar water with food coloring and flavor in it or something. I used to make them when I worked at White Lake, North Carolina. It's a big resort lake. And when I was a kid, I was only like 13, but I looked older. And they said they never check on ages over here, so we're going to let you run this stand. And it was a stand where it had ducks swimming around the track in water. And you paid so much to pick up a duck. And you won the prize of the number on the bottom of the duck. So I had stuffed animals and all kind of stuff, in the stand with me to give them as prizes. And then I had a cotton candy machine where I actually made the cotton candy in that machine myself to sell to people. And I also had the candy apples. And I had to make the candy apples, which it was just melted down sugar with flavoring and coloring and all this stuff in it, but it's so good. And I had to roll those apples in that stuff and then put them on this parchment paper, let them cool. And then I sold those at the stand too. And it was a lot of fun. I mean, I was a 13-year-old kid, it was fun doing that stuff back then. It would be work now. Tootsie Pops. Michelle said, if I happen to win that heart, I'll tell Linda to send it to you, to Gladys. And there's Jerry. Hello, Jerry. Oh, we only have sugar babies. I missed you guys. Can you put little buddy on the fingernail? Well, I might put him up there on maybe my next live I do. I'll put his picture up on the thumbnail. Instead of that squirrel biting into the log, I'll put little buddy's picture up there. We have big hunk candy bars. What kind of big hunk candy bars do you have, April? Thank you, Gladys. I just decided to do something different with it today. I was tired of it just being in a bun or just hanging down and yeah, I'll see and I'll do a video on it when I do the heart. When I put little buddy's picture on it. I will do a video of it when I can decide how I want to do the heart. That is the idea. I can put YouTube star. I can put a star up there with him and then put his picture. That'll be kind of neat. Because he is a YouTube star. Everybody asks for little buddy. Yeah, she knows I'm on. She came on when we first went live. But she said she came on just to let everybody know that she wanted to be here, but she just feels terrible today. And she doesn't feel good enough to stay on live, and that she's just going to rest. So I told her to go ahead. I said, I don't expect her to force herself to be on my live when she doesn't feel good. She needs to go to bed and rest and just try to get better or feel better. So yeah, she was here, but she did leave. Yeah, I had sent her a message, I think yesterday, that, I would be live at 3 o'clock today. So she did come on. Look at all the hearts. What happened to living life? I don't know. Georgia, are you saying that because she's not here, or did something actually happen? There's a lot of my subscribers that have not been coming to my lives, and for some reason the views on my videos are down. I don't have as many views. I mean, it wasn't long ago where my videos were getting like 7, 8, 900 views for each video. And now I'm lucky if I get 300 or 400 views. So I don't know what's going on. Oh, hi, Connie. How's Connie today? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my viewers. I mean, my viewers are way down. And I keep producing the same videos, or, I try to come up with good videos and good content, but for some reason the views are down. And with YouTube, you don't make anything unless you get 1,000 views. So every 1,000 views is where your money's at. Yeah, I know John's internet is down because of that UPS guy, whoever he was, got tangled up in his power line and drug it down the highway. Oh, you're sore, Connie? Okay, well, just listen. Yeah, I'm going to be doing quite a few of those little crafty projects. I did a lot of them years ago. And I said, since there's not going to be a whole lot of gardening done in the winter months, I'll do my cooking videos and I'll do some crafting videos and stuff like that. And maybe some travel videos, get out and see the countryside and video that. And if there's any events going on, I can record that and do a video. I'm so sorry that I missed the last holiday because they did have stuff going on the square and I missed it. You think Wilkes County boys watching football? Yeah, I don't know who's, I'm sorry to say I don't even know who's playing today. Let me see if I can find out. There's the Buffalo Bills versus New York Giants are playing today. And the New England Patriots versus Las Vegas Raiders. Let's see. I want something more in detail than that. Oh, it looks like we've got New York Giants that are playing at 7:30. We've got Detroit that's live right now. Philadelphia's live right now. Um, Arizona's live, and Nebraska, they're all live right now. So I'm sure he's watching one of those games. And then, like I said, at 7:30 p.m., and I don't know if that's Eastern time or Central, but 7:20 p.m. the New York Giants play. So you got nothing but football going on today. Now Monday you got Dallas playing. See, I've been so busy I haven't even kept up with football. Been so busy. Either working in the yard, the house, or something. You know. And I still have my lawnmower. I've got to take the wrench out there and see if I can get the bolt out of it to see if draining the gas out of that primer bulb will let it start more freely so I can let the company know. And I still haven't done that. I don't even know if I can get the bolt out even after buying the wrench to use. Yeah, Dallas is playing Monday, but they got like 4 or 5 different teams playing today. 4 different ones. Gladys says I don't watch football, but the men look good running around. Well, I'm sure a lot of women just like watching those men run around the field. Bless all of you great people. Later, Miss Linda. Okay, Jerry, if you got to go, have a good day. Have a blessed day the rest of your day today. Inner thigh, in their tights, yeah. They show off their muscles in those tights. And then with all that gear they got up, the shoulder pads and everything else, makes them look like they're even more muscled up. Wooden Indians in tights. Gladys, you're unreal. There's no hope for you. Oh, that was Randy saying that. No wooden Indians in tights. Gladys would love that. Yeah, like Marcus. Hobie for Raiders. Maybe that's why they run so fast. They don't want any women to get on the field and catch them. I've seen some of the games where some of these crazy women get out there and run across the field. But it was basically for publicity, attention. Yeah, I know, Gladys. And I like for you to make us laugh, because everybody needs to laugh. Have a lot of women in Vegas. Yeah, put my Cowboys little sweatshirt on today because it was chilly this morning. I actually got up and put my fuzzy slippers on. It got chilly last night, and usually I sleep in little shorty pajama pants. I put my long pajama pants on last night. They felt good when I got up this morning. My feet went in my fuzzy slippers. And in fact, I've still got my fuzzy slippers on. Keep my feet warm. I had all these sweatshirts, and I love to wear them when it's cold weather because they're so comfortable. But I never liked the neck. They were always up too close to my neck. I never liked the sleeves because they were always too long and they were too hot. So this is what I did with them. I cut my sleeves off and I hemmed them up. I cut the necks out and hemmed the necks up. Now I love to wear them. And I've got other people wanting them. They ask me all the time, where did you buy that shirt? I've never seen one like that in the store. And I told them, I said, that's because they're not in the store. This is just a regular t-shirt, a sweatshirt that I altered and made it the way I want it to be. So, yeah, I love wearing them now. And I think I've taken every sweatshirt that I've got and I've cut it like this. Because it keeps me plenty warm, but yet I get air on my arms so my arms don't get too hot and I don't feel like my arms are in a bind. I love wearing it. I just really do. Susan says, I forgot about this and have been messing around. Well, hey, Alex. Is this Alex or Lex? I would buy a sweatshirt of little Buddy picture. I don't have any with his picture on them. But that's the way I do all my clothes. If I find something in the store and I like what it is, but maybe it doesn't fit exactly right, if there's a way I can alter it, I'll buy it, bring it home, and I'll alter it to where I like wearing it. I've always done that. But, I've sewed all my life, ever since I was not even a teenager, hardly. My mom always made everything, and she could take a dress and turn it into anything. So I guess I got that from my bloodline. But usually I'm not happy with stuff exactly the way it comes from the store. I have to alter it so it will suit me. Yes, Alex, hello. I hope you're doing well today. Yeah, I've got three actually. I've got two portable regular sewing machines, and then I've got a serger that I've used. And I haven't used my serger in probably a couple of years. But I fixed a guy's shirt one time. He ripped the back of it, on the men's shirt, how the yoke goes across the back right there. He ripped it open right at the seam. Half of it was ripped open. And I told him, and he was going to throw it away. I said, no, that looks like a brand new shirt. I said, I can fix it. And I said, you'll never know you ripped it. Oh, you can't fix that. Well, I had white thread on my serger at the time, so I didn't have to change the thread or anything. I took that thing and I put it on there and I sewed the seam up, got it together, and it didn't look like it ever been ripped open. It looked just like it was before. And he was kind of at awe in that, like I could fix it like that. I want to get a sewing machine. Well, the last one I bought was another Singer sewing machine. And I ordered it online because it had a little bit more options than my older one did. No, in fact, I've got 4 machines because I've got a cabinet machine and I love to sew with it. But the little foot pedal, it stopped working. So I guess it's the cord that goes up to the sewing machine. And it's an older machine, so it doesn't plug in. It's wired in. So to replace the pedal, you would have to wire it back into the machine like the old one is. It doesn't just plug in. And I just never bought another pedal to try to see if I could wire it back in to get it to work. And then I've got the 2 portable sewing machines and the serger, so that's 4. But I don't sew quite as much now as I used to. I made handbags with wooden bottoms and stuff that I've put on Poshmark to sell. They're a little pricey well, not really, but considering the time and effort and the materials that's put into making them, they're not pricey at all because a friend of mine started making some like that. She's actually the first one that started making them. She sold hers for $300-400. And she told me if I ever wanted to make any of them to pick up $1 or $2, that she gave me permission to use her pattern, to go ahead, that I could use it anytime. Thank you, Randy. Thank you so much for that super chat. But they don't seem to be selling on Poshmark. I think people get on Poshmark to try to find something that's used and you're basically giving it away. I mean, I sold seeds, I've sold dance shoes, different tops, stuff like that on there. And I sold a custom doll bed that I made for a lady. She ordered it from me. And I posted it on Poshmark so she could go online and buy it. Because that way the shipping would be so much cheaper. And I sold that for $125. The bed that I made. And she loved it. She was so happy with it. She saw the smaller one that was on Poshmark. And she said, I love your little doll bed, but I need one bigger. Because her granddaughter had one of these, I can't think of the name of the doll. It was not a Barbie doll or anything. It was one of the bigger ones that's like 18 inches tall. So she needed a bigger bed. So I made it, sent it to her. Randy says, I liked your singing too. Well, thank you, Randy. Yeah, you can fix it. I'm pretty sure that I can fix my sewing machine, but like I said, I've never bought the pedal. It needs the pedal with the wires to it to be able to wire it back into my sewing machine. And I just never have tried to find the pedal. I don't know where to buy them at. Pasta Linda, make Randy a mod. Well, I can do that if they want to be one. There you go. Randy Ross is now a mod. Next time you post, your name should light up. And there's Teresa. Hello, Teresa. Jerry says, you folks, what my wife Patty told me one time. She said when I was at age 26, and I used to have a 3-pack ab, but now she said now I have a 20-pound flab. LOL. Then she said it was more. LOL. It's just more of you to love, Jerry. It's love in handfuls. Like that's what they call them. Yeah, American Doll. American Girl doll. That's what it was. And she told me, to make, if I ever made American Girl doll clothes, to let her know that she'd buy those too. But I messaged to her that I needed to know what size doll it was. Because I think there's 2 different size American Girl dolls, if I'm not mistaken. And I said I didn't want to spend all that time making the wrong size, for the doll that her granddaughter had. But she never let me know, so I've not made any doll clothes. So yeah, I've got Barbie doll clothes on Poshmark that I made. I actually made those. They're handmade. And I've sold some of those. And I used to sell them in a little children's shop here in town, but the shop isn't there anymore, so. They had asked me one year to make Halloween costumes for Barbie. So the kids could buy Halloween costumes in the shop when they bought their costumes. So I made some and put them in there. You're welcome, Randy. Yeah, it's. I used to do it just to have something to do years ago when I was not working. I don't know how many doll clothes I make now because I'm so busy all the time. Here is so nice. Oh, another. Oh my goodness, Randy, another super chat. Thank you. And Rhonda says your hair's so nice. Couldn't find you on Poshmark when I checked a while back. Huh. I don't know if I could find a link to maybe send to you. See if I can find it. I know there's been a few times that I've put my name in and I couldn't get anything to come up. But then sometimes I could put in like the name of an item that I sold and then it would come up. Let's see what I can do. Let's see. Well, that's crazy. To plant. I put in moonflowers and a bunch of jewelry came up. That's crazy, huh? See if I can come up with a different. Can't believe I'd be so low on the totem pole, none of my stuff comes up right away. I mean, there's bags that sell for $1,900 on here. Try totes and see what comes up. I guess there was so many people on before I ever got on, so let me check my chat. Yeah, you can sell on Poshmark. People go online and they buy things. It's kind of like Etsy, but it seemed like it's mostly clothes, shoes. I mean, there's all kind of stuff on there. Any upcoming video info? Well, I'm going to post one in the morning on making pumpkin soup. In fact, that's what I did for lunch today. I made pumpkin soup, made it. But I made it for one. Well, I've got some Barbie clothes and costumes, Halloween costumes for Barbie on Poshmark, if I could find the link to give to you. Maybe I can bring it up. Gladys, I've already made Randy a mod. She's up in blue. Pumpkin cookies. I haven't made pumpkin cookies yet. Let me see if I can find the link. But it should be Poshmark at Linda Hauser too. I'm not sure. Let me put that in and see. Because I forgot what it was. See if anything comes up. Oh, it says it's not found. Offers. I don't know how to find it, y'all. Probably if I wasn't looking for it right now, I'd be able to find it real easy. Glad it's today. And I can't get my... And my internet is dragging today for some reason. Let's see. Good day, a lazy day watching a movie with Andy, and it disappeared. Hey, Slim Twiggy. Good day. Been a lazy day watching a movie with Andy Garcia movie. Was made in a day. City lived years back. Well, if I can get my computer to work, I might be able to come up with the information. Maybe I will get it in a minute. I don't know what it is, but my computer is dragging today. I'm making beans and rice for lunch, and I'll probably put Taco Bell sauce on it. That sounds good. Oh my God. Gladys is going to get that wooden Indian yet. Hi, Rhonda. And I probably missed a lot of people coming in. But this computer's not cooperating with me. There's got to be a link somewhere that I can get. Poshmark. Well, whenever it loads in, it's taking forever. Be careful what you ask for. Right, Gladys? Be careful what you ask for because you may just get it. Okay, Rhonda. But for some reason, it's not letting me get in. Might let me go in with looks like I'm finally in. Oh, let me see if I can get into an account. Offers bundle shoppers. Well, it don't do that there either, so I don't know. I'm looking to see if I can find the link. Usually it's posted in there. Hey, Brooklyn, how are you? Brookie Cookie? There's got to be a link. Well, oh well. I can't find a link for it. I'll have to look. Maybe I can find it later. Don't want to waste all my time messing with it. I remember paper dolls. I used to play with them all the time when I was little. That was the only kind of doll I had to play with, was paper dolls for a long time. Going home from my sister's game. Brookie Cookie, when is that going to be? Yeah, I remember plain as day playing with paper dolls, cutting them out, putting the different clothes on them, and folding the little tabs over their shoulders and stuff like that. Brookie Cookie says, now I'm driving home. Oh, you're coming home from your sister's game. Did she win? Did her team win? McCall's magazine has paper doll every month. I didn't know that. I got McCall's for a long time. I got McCall's, Good Housekeeping, a lot of different. Finally, I got so many magazines coming in there, I canceled all of them. And I've not started back up getting them. I did the same with my newspaper. Now I don't know what goes on in the county. I don't get my newspaper anymore. I'll probably start back. Gladys says she loved paper dolls. I did too. I remember the first doll that I can remember actually getting, and it was one of those walking dolls. It stood about 2 foot tall, and you could hold its hand, and it would take steps and walk beside you. It had batteries in it. I thought that was the coolest thing going. I had a doll that would walk. You'd make your own dresses. I never made my own, not for the paper dolls. I mean, I made my own when I was, just before I turned teenager, I started making my own clothes because my mom always made my clothes. I was so short. Years ago, you couldn't buy petite sizes. They didn't have them. So everything you bought ready-made, the skirts were too long, the pants were way too long. Your dresses, if they were one-piece dress, the waist always was so long on me that it didn't look right. You'd have to like take the waist up because it was too long waisted. I had a doll that you put the record in and you pull the string. I remember those. I didn't have one though. Some of them had magnets in them. Now that's bugging me that I can't get any of my stuff to come up on Poshmark. Um, did you have Rick Rack? Oh yeah. Like the small plastic horses. That little kid shop that I sold in, I started selling there uh, before this lady, she happened to see the costumes that I made, and she was looking for a Beauty and the Beast gown for her daughter. That's what her daughter wanted to dress up as Beauty from that movie Beauty and the Beast, and she asked the owner of the shop if she thought that I could make her a costume of a dress like that. So she called me and asked me, and I said, yeah, I can do it. So I made that Beauty and the Beast gown. It fit her daughter perfect. She was so tickled over it. But it was a regular dress. I mean, she could wear it as a regular dress. It was made so well. It wasn't just a cheap costume. This thing is not letting me sign in. I don't know why to Poshmark. Maybe it will this time. I don't know. Look at all those faces, Brookie Cookie. So what's everybody been up to today? Anything much? Makes all kind of doll clothes and takes them to shows. Gladys wants to dress up as Wet and Wild. I don't know. This computer's not letting me sign into my account for Poshmark, even though I've got a Poshmark account. And my phone, my app goes straight to it. See what I can find on the app. Well, I know what I can do. One thing that it will let me do is send a discount code to anybody that wants it, that thinks they might want to sell on Poshmark. That might get you over to my web, on my page. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with it. Gladys not sure about the Wet and Wild. Getting dark here now, 6:20 p.m. Eastern Time. It's only 4:24 here. This is Central Time. Can't believe it's 6:20. Eastern Time is only supposed to be an hour ahead of me. $2:30 in Vegas. I canned soup and made potatoes in 3 ways. I clean peeled and started 4 bushel of apples. Oh my goodness. You've been busy. Well, I just made pumpkin soup for one today because people are always asking how to cook for just one person. So I try to take recipes and cut them down to fix for myself for just like 1 or 2 servings, and then do a video on it so they can do the same thing. So I had this recipe for pumpkin soup, and I cut it way down to make just 1 serving. Basically, it made me 1 bowl of soup with some of the pumpkin puree that I had left. It was just enough to make 1 bowl of soup. But I told the full recipe in the video, or I'm telling the full recipe. So if anybody wanted a full recipe for pumpkin soup, it's there. Northeast, the Labrador, Eastern Canada. I've also tried to make a few people happier today. Yes, it sure is. It's Linda's Closet. Did anybody find it? Well, one Linda is not me. I mean, it's Linda K is not me. And that's what I get when I put that in there. But mine is called, I thought it was called Linda's Closet. I think it's got to have Linda Hauser 2 in the name of it, as well as Linda's Closet. I'm trying to bring it up now and see if that's correct. Yeah. When you put it in, you've got to have Poshmark.com/Linda Hauser 2, or put at Linda Hauser 2 / Linda's Closet, and mine should come up, if that makes sense. Or here, I can put in the website. I'll type it in chat. Poshmark.com. Make sure I've got it correct. I just put it in there if anybody's interested. That should take you there, because I put that in a minute ago and it brought my page up. And it'll show you everything that I've got in there for sale. I've got blue jeans, handbags, a couple of dresses, tops, belts, just one thing another. But all of those handbags I handmade myself. And they are new ones. But that is the link. If you just put www.poshmark.com/closet/Linda Hauser 2, and that should take you right to it. Because that's what took me to the page I was trying to get to forever. And if anybody ever wants to join, if you ever go to the page to join Poshmark and you want to get a discount, type in Linda Hauser 2 as your discount code. But anyway, that's it. I just Googled. Did you get to it, Georgia? Oh, you're looking at costumes? Well, I only made costumes for Barbie. I sold one set of them, and there's still more there. And there's that one little bed that I made for Barbie. Because, see, at the time that I made those, Randy, another super chat. Thank you. But at the time I made the costumes and that first Barbie bed, all the kids wanted Barbie dolls. Now they wanted the American Girl and the American Boy, and they're a lot bigger doll. So those clothes and stuff will not work. Blessed with super chats today. Yeah, and I've been meaning to put more stuff on Poshmark. I just haven't done it. I've been spending all my time doing videos and gardening and one thing another till I haven't had time to do too much with Poshmark. I made the doll bed, yeah. That's why that woman ordered a bigger bed from me, and I made it. I made it out of wood, cardboard, fabric, all kind of stuff, that's child friendly. Well, you can go on there and see what I've already sold at the bottom, and it'll bring up the bigger Barbie, not the Barbie bed, but it's an American Girl bed that I made, and it sold for $125. Yeah, I made the Barbie couch and chairs, and you can open the seat of them, and it's a little storage place inside that you can put blankets or Barbie clothes or whatever. Yes, ma'am, Georgia, I made that furniture. I sure did. Yeah, I made all kind of I first started making them for my granddaughter, and she had a fit over them. She loved it. Linda, she says, I like to buy a bag from you to put my important papers in. Well, you can, like I said, Gladys, you can order it off Poshmark. And the shipping will actually be cheaper just to order it from Poshmark than it would be to order it from me, because then, I'd have to take it to the post office to mail it, and the shipping would be so much more. That's one reason I kind of like selling on Poshmark, is you get a lot cheaper rate in shipping stuff out, and they ship it for me. If someone buys an item, they email me the name and address of the person that bought it, and they also send me a shipping label that I print out and I actually put on the box. It's already prepaid, and all I do is take it to the mailbox, to the post office, and mail it. Well, that's a real river. That's one of the rivers around my hometown in North Carolina. My dad painted that picture a long time ago. Your son could help you with it, Gladys. I mean, they're basically handbags, but there are some that do not have a wooden bottom that sell for a little bit less. But they're pretty good sized bags, and they'd work to keep papers and stuff in. And the little heart that's on there, I did that for Valentine's, I think last year or year before. And when I got the heart, it was just a white heart like this. And I put all the little cartoon character on it. I had fun doing it. Yeah, my dad was a great artist. I mean, he could draw. He used to draw all kind of little cartoons years ago. He could paint, draw anything you want. And that was a painting of the river. Yeah, Gladys, like I said, you can get your son to do it for you. He can go to Poshmark and take care of it for you. It's not difficult. I mean, it's real easy. But yeah, you'd be better off to order it from them because the shipping is so much cheaper. I think I've got all the bags shown on Poshmark. I don't think I've got any here that I haven't shown on Poshmark. Yeah, my older brother that lives in Tucson, Arizona, he can draw too. He draws really well and he paints. I have another brother. Well, my oldest brother is Billy. The next one is Donnie. He's the one that lost his wife Christmas Eve day morning. Uh, he does drawings, but he does his in charcoal. He doesn't use paint. He said he can't get the definition in his drawings with paint like he can charcoal, so he always uses charcoal. And I've done some paintings too, but I'm not as good as they are. It's just a therapeutic thing for me to do. Yeah, I've sold a few seeds on Poshmark. People, ladies all over the different parts of the United States have ordered from me. Okay, Randy, well, you have a good night. I hate to see you leave, but I know you got to get some sleep because you go to work later. Randy has odd hours of working, so she got to have some sleep. I don't know, my videos and my lives just don't attract many people like they used to. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if some people have lost interest or what. Yeah, you take care too, Randy. Would VR, can someone make me a moderator? Well, I don't know who you are, Would VR. If I knew something about you, I might do that, but I don't know who Would VR is. Where are you from? What part of the country? I'm the only one that can make you a moderator. No, I never got into making the photo albums. Yeah, I'm not going to make someone a moderator just because they come in and ask me to, because I don't know who you are. This is the first time I've ever seen you in my chat. I mean, if I get to know who you are and all, maybe later. I can't do that today, though. What part of the country are you from, Wood VR? No, the only photo albums I got are some that I bought that I've just put family photos in, and I've probably got about 8 big family photo albums. I just had so many photographs, I had to do something with them or lose them all. And now I've got them all stored on Facebook, and somebody's been messing with my page. They got some other kind of language on it that I have not been able to get off, and I've got it set on English. It shouldn't have any other language there, but I can't get rid of it. And I'm afraid sooner or later they're going to somehow get me locked out of my Facebook page, and I'm not even going to have access to my photographs on there. I already cooked my pancakes the other morning. Yeah, they're not even telling me what part of the country they're from. So I don't know. Why should I make you a moderator when I don't know who you are? You might come in and destroy my channel. Which that's almost like I think something that's already happened. Because I've had a bunch of people coming in here up to no good on my channel, and all of a sudden my viewers have dropped off. I mean, I've got to get my views back up. I mean, 200-300 views a video is not going to work. Not when I used to get 700, 800, 900 views per video. I mean, real fast. Not really. Like I said, I made photo albums that I put together, and that was just basically to keep all my family photographs in because I had so many. I don't really keep scrapbooks. I mean, I've got 2 baby books, kind of like a scrapbook that I kept for my son and my daughter. But it was books that were bought, and I just put the stuff in. It contains a lock of their hair, their first tooth that they lost, stuff like that. Yeah, my viewers on my videos have been cut in half since all this mess started going on my channel, with all these people coming in just cutting up and saying off the wall stuff. I got to get my views back up, or it's not going to be worth it to me to even be on YouTube. And I just lost my chat here. Yeah, somebody did something. And I almost think in the beginning it was someone that was getting people they knew to come into my chat. They subscribed to my channel, came into my chat just to cause a problem. Because there was 5 and 6 in there at one time. And they were all, blocked. And then the next time I went live, I had several more come in doing the same thing. And the same person blocked them. So it looks to me like there was something going on. I don't know. But my views have been cut in half since. Yeah, I got baby books. I had to keep my baby books. And I kept their birth certificate in their books until my son and daughter needed their birth certificates, and I gave them. But I got copies of them. But they contain, footprints, handprints, just one thing or another. Just keepsakes from when they were babies. I don't know, Gladys. The only thing to do is just get the word out that people need to start watching my videos. Get friends, family, anybody that you know that's not subscribed to my channel already to be watching my videos. I mean, it doesn't cost them anything to watch, so. Yeah, that's bad when someone sets out to destroy someone's channel. It's almost like they're jealous because of the good start you got, and they're going to just cut you down at the knees, because their channel's maybe not doing that well. I wouldn't do that to anyone. I mean, you work hard to get videos and stuff to put on YouTube. I wouldn't try to cut down anybody's channel. And it takes a sorry person to do that, After all your hard work to build your channel, to make it a good channel, a family channel and all that, and then someone comes in trying to destroy it all. Yeah, like some of them tried to do Miss Helen. And I think they're trying to do the same thing to Stephen now, too. Gladys says, I run your video all night when I'm sleeping. Well, go, Gladys. I mean, that's the way to do it. I mean, I've got friends that have channels like Stephen and Miss Helen and Tammy. And I've got a couple of other people that have channels. And if their lives come on at the same time, sometimes I'm watching 3 lives at one time. I'm watching one on my phone, one on this thing here, one on my laptop. So I'm keeping up with all 3 of them at one time. Because I want them to watch mine, and so I have to turn around and watch theirs too. See what's going on. And I watch Slim Twiggy and what is that? Southern Girl and Loving Life Living, and there's so many. I try to catch all of them when I can. Wilkes County Boy, I try to watch his videos. I don't think I've caught one of his lives yet. The only time I think he was live was the first time I went to Rita's Roost. And he was live on hers. She had like 6 people up on the screen at one time during her live. And Wilkes County Boy was there. Okay, farm wife, you have a good evening. Enjoy your meal. Yeah, I know. When you have a YouTube channel out there, it's connected to the whole world. I've got people in Australia, Vietnam, the UK. And see, who was it from the UK that came in Peter, I think. Peter Var, or however you say his name. But I've got people from all over the world that are on my channel now. They subscribed. And sometimes they will come in to chat and they don't speak English. So that's why you see it's typed in a different language. So we can't read it. That's the reason I said I wish that they would figure out a way to have the chat translate the language, to whatever language the country's in that you're watching, that the live is coming from, put it that way. Because I hate it that I can't respond to some of them when they're in my chat, because I don't read their language. Thank you, Mary. I got tired of it just hanging down and looking the same old way, so I decided I'd do something with it today. Oh, man. Now you see whoever that was, no good. Yeah, whoever that was, Wood VR or whoever, they've never replied after I asked them where they were from. I mean, I don't really have to know, but they could have responded with something. I don't even see them anymore. Most likely a troll. There's no telling. I mean, why would you just jump into someone's live when they probably don't even know me, or they might know me, but I don't know them, and just the first time they ever appear, just say, make me a mod? I mean, that doesn't make sense. I'm aware of anybody that does that, because I'm thinking they want to be a mod so they can do something they shouldn't be doing. They'll end up losing all my subscribers for me. Evidently, they didn't get to be a mod, so they moved on somewhere else. I'm not going to give anybody control of my chat when I don't know anything about them. I mean, most of the people that are in my chats, I know them from other lives that I've been in, like Miss Helen's, Stevens, Danny's, Tammy, or somebody else. So I feel a little bit comfortable with having them as moderators. But not someone that just pops in and says, hey, make me a moderator. I don't think so. Well, I might do that, but I might be over at my son's house. And if I go live over there, I'll probably have to get his permission, because so far he's not wanted to be on camera. He's not wanted to be in the video. And that's the only reason I have not done videos when I went over to his house, is because he's asked me not to do that. So I have to respect, what he says. Now, Regina, his wife, she wouldn't care. She kind of wanted to be on live one time when I was over there, but he didn't want to do it. So, like when I went over there and they had the baby calves, I'd have went live then, but my son, he would not have any part of it. Maybe one day. Yeah, I don't know what I'll do for Thanksgiving or Halloween that's coming up. Well, what he's saying is he doesn't want his home or his property videoed, or him. Because it gets out there and then people will figure out where he lives. And there's a lot of people out there that would cause him problems, and he doesn't want them to know where he lives, is one of the problems. But he did allow me to get the pictures of the calves. You know, he said, well, that's not showing too much. So I did get those pictures. You don't have to see him, just me. And there's somebody else. They must be in a different country because I don't recognize that name. But hello, whoever you are, newcomer that just popped in. That might be one of my subscribers from out of the country. I come home and hide too. But, you know, I started out, I went and got a post office box because people wanted to know my mailing address. And my son said, Mom, there's no need in you paying for a post office box. He said, with modern technology now, with you on YouTube, people already know where you live. Or all they have to do is get on Google Maps and find where you live. It's so easy. So he said, you're wasting your money paying for a post office box. So I cancel my post office box. But I'm not going to put it on my video, my mailing address. I mean, if someone wants to send something, they can do like they've been doing. Just send me the email, you know, that they would like to have my mailing address if they want to send something, and then I'll send it to them. I'm not going to put it up there and publish it for the whole world to see, you know, because then it would get into a lot of people's hands that I don't want it to be in. The way I look at it, if they want to know where I live, if they want to know bad enough, they can Google it, they can find out. I don't have to tell them. But if they do that and they come around here trying to start anything, or if they're up to no good, they better be prepared to get hurt. Because I don't take no crap around my home. And there is security cameras up all over the place. So you're not going to be here without being known and being on film. And there's Danny. Hello. And thank you. Google yourself. Oh, I've put my address in and it brings up my house and everything. You get a satellite view of my house, my car, my carport and everything, my yard. But I already knew the address to put in. But, you know, there's ways you can find out. And if they want to pay the money, they can use one of those, what is it that you put the name and whatever information you have on the person, and it'll bring up all their information, but you got to pay for those websites to go to. I think it costs you like $20 that you have to pay for so long, and you're able to find people's addresses, phone numbers, all kind of stuff. Georgia says, love that. Maybe one day you can go to the shooting range. Well, I don't ever go to the shooting range, but one time when I went to my son's, you know, I told him I knew how to shoot. My dad taught me how to shoot when I was a little girl growing up. But I never shot a pistol before, but I shot a 22 automatic rifle. That's what I learned to shoot with. And I remember the first time I put it in my hands and was aiming it and was going to pull the trigger. That thing went like a machine gun. It scared me. And my dad says, whoa, whoa. He said, you're going to empty it. He said, you got to just barely tap that trigger and let it go. He said, if you hold it, it's going to keep shooting the whole time your finger's on it. So after that, I just slightly touch it and let it go. I didn't hold it. But I went over to my son's house one weekend, and he got his pistols out, and they were all practicing shooting. And he says, "Here, Mom," he said, "you said you know how to shoot." I said, "Well, I've never shot a pistol, but I said it, I'm pretty sure I could hit what I aim at." So we went out in his backyard, and the way his yard is, it slopes down at an angle, and he's got bales of hay and all kind of stuff set up with targets. And he gets out there and he target practices once in a while, because if the bullet passes the target, which is a metal one, it'll go in the ground. It's not going to keep going. And I don't even remember what kind of pistol it was, but I took the pistol, I aimed at his target, and I hit it the first time. I hit it the second time, and then I raised it up. I was going to see if I could hit the face of the target, because it was a target of a person. And the only problem with that is I was, the target and me were at different angles, and I'm so short. When I raised it up, it wouldn't, you couldn't hit the target right. I would have had to gotten up on higher ground. So I missed that shot, but I knew why. And I remember my dad telling me when he was teaching me to shoot, he said, "Now, if you ever have to shoot someone," he said, "it's going to mean that's a really bad situation." And he said, "If you ever get to that point that you're in a situation where you have to shoot someone," he said, "you hit them where it's going to count." He said, "You hit them in the chest, dead center if you can hit them, or you hit them right between the eyes. But," he said, "as short as you are, chances are you're not going to be able to aim that gun at the right angle to shoot them between the eyes, because it's not going to be on level ground. It's going to like go up, and you can't focus, or you can't aim it properly." So he said, "My suggestion is, if it ever got bad enough, aim for dead center chest or somewhere along in the chest line." And he said, "If you shoot once, don't stop." He said, "You empty that gun in them." Because he says, "I guarantee if you shoot them the first time and it don't kill them, they're going to keep coming after you. So you empty that magazine in them and they'll stop." He said, "Don't shoot one time and let them come after you." So, when you're a kid growing up and you're taught that, it stays with you. Yep, aim for the dead point. The ideal point's right between the eyes. But like I said, unless you're a tall person to where you can aim that gun properly, you're never going to hit them between the eyes. Not a short person like me. So the best place I can aim for is dead center chest, or somewhere along the chest line. And my son laughed at me. The first shot I took, he started laughing. He said, "Mom," he said, "you just ruined them." And then I shot again, and I hit just a little bit over to the left. And he said, "Now you took out this part," and I don't remember what part it was. He said, "They ain't coming after you." He said, "You've already stopped them." And I didn't even need to take the third shot. But like I said, I just was testing what my dad told me. And I was aiming between the eyes, and I didn't hit it, because it was not at a level angle to shoot or to aim. Yeah, and don't hesitate. I mean, if it gets bad enough, you got to get a gun and you got to shoot someone, you don't hesitate. You do it, because if you hesitate, they're going to come get the gun away from you, and they're going to shoot you with it. I just hope, that day never comes. I mean, like that girl in Oklahoma, I don't know if any of you knew about it a couple of years ago. Somebody tried to break in her house, in her front door. And she hollered and told them to go away. She didn't know who it was. She told them to leave. They didn't leave. They kept trying to open that door. They kept banging on the door, trying to bust the door in. And she warned them. She said, "I'm going to give you to the count of 3. If you don't leave, you're going to be dead, because at the count of 3, I'm shooting through the door." They didn't believe her. The count of 3, she shot through the door and she killed them. She shot through that door with a shotgun, but she was close enough that that shotgun didn't spray that much out, and it went through that door, and it killed whoever that person was. And they should have gave her a medal for it. I mean, she wasn't charged or anything because she was protecting herself. That was her home. They were warned to leave the door, leave the premises, and they didn't do it. They kept on. And I don't blame her. I mean, her life, her kid's life was more important than whoever that was on the other side of the door. Yeah, take police 30 minutes to get there. By then, you're dead. You know? I mean, that's like me. I was attacked one time, and, you know, I lucked out. I knew a little bit of self-defense that I could fight them off and come out of that okay. But, yeah, but a situation has got to be really, really bad if you got to pull a gun on someone. And if you ever pull that gun, you need to shoot it. Because if you don't, like I said, if you don't shoot when you pull that gun, they're going to come take the gun away from you, and they're going to shoot you with it. Plain and simple. My ex, he taught my son how to shoot when he was little. He started taking him hunting with him, you know, bird hunting and deer hunting and stuff like that. So he grew up knowing how to shoot a rifle. And then later he got his own pistol, stuff like that. Keep them at arm's length, yeah. Because I tell you, if a woman goes up against a man and it gets bad enough you got to pull a gun on them, you need to use that gun as soon as you pull it out. Because if you hesitate and wait, that man's going to overpower you. He's going to take that gun away from you, and he'll use it on you. So if you don't intend to use it, don't pull it out. I mean, my sister-in-law's back home. A lot of them carry pistols in their purse. That's how bad it is. I mean, my brother, there's several times when he's came home, just opened the door and just stepped in his door and seen feet going out his window where someone had broken in his house trying to steal everything, and heard him coming, and they got the window open and climbed out the window just as he was coming in the door. And he said by the time he got in and got to the window, he could see him running down the woods and disappeared. I hope he's got cameras up in his house now, at least one, so he can identify who it is that breaks in his house. And if he's got it on video and they can identify who it is, then he can file charges on him, you know. But just seeing somebody's feet and you don't know who it is, there's no charges to file. You don't know who to file it on. I'm shooting the balls. Gladys, you're awful. That would hurt. That would ruin him, that's for sure. That would hurt like heck. But he still might be able to come after you. But anyway, life is life. How long have I been on here? 2 hours. But you know, it's bad that things have got to the point that, like they are today. I remember growing up years ago in a small town in Atkinson, North Carolina, where I grew up, where my dad is from. People didn't even lock their doors. They didn't lock their car door. They didn't lock their house door. Nobody bothered anything. Everybody knew everybody. But today, no. You're not going to leave your car door open, and you're not going to leave your house unlocked. It's not like it was when I was growing up. I mean, it may have been different in the cities, but I was from out in the country, little small country town, and it was like a one big family. Everybody knew everybody, and you just didn't have to lock your doors. I mean, that was the good times. That was before all these drugs and all this other stuff come into play, you know, that people get into today. I know it's scary, the world we live in. Gladys is out to ruin him. I know it's really bad, the world we live in today. I said, I'm really glad I don't have little kids in school. You know, and I was really concerned about my granddaughter when she first started in school. But things weren't quite as bad when she first started. Peer pressure was the most of it. But almost by the time she was ready to get out of high school, which she's already out of school now, it started getting bad. I mean, there were shooters going into school, killing people, shooting kids, you know. So it's bad to even have kids in school. And it's no wonder parents want to homeschool their kids. Yeah, it's getting bad in New York City. I think it was always a little worse up there than anywhere because of this. There's so many people, you know, so heavily populated. In the bigger cities, it was the worst. And that was the case all over the United States, not just in New York. Any of these great big cities had crime going on, where the little small country towns were real peaceful places. You enjoyed living there then. And my brother was talking to me not long ago, you know, about my property back there. And he said, Linda, says, I really don't know if you want to come back here now. He said, things are not like they used to be here. Everything's changed. You know, a lot of our friends and family have died off. So, and it's not the same as it used to be. So I said, maybe not. April says, my grandson is in a Hawaiian school. Here it's good school. Well, I'm glad. I hope you don't ever have any shooters going into your schools over there in Hawaii. I said one time, I said, it's like these people are going crazy. Why would anybody would reach the point that they're so disgusted with life that they would go into an elementary school, or any school for that matter, and start just randomly shooting kids, shooting teachers, and then turn around and shoot themselves, or keep on until the cops shoot them, you know? I mean, it's beyond me. I mean, I've had things get bad on me in my lifetime. And I've got really down in the dumps, but there's never been a time that I wanted to go out and hurt other people. I mean, it takes some type of mind to do that. Yes, an evil mind. So, you know, they were evil to begin with, or they wouldn't have even dreamed of doing something like that. Yeah, I hear you, Michelle. And see, I've got my one granddaughter who's 20, but I don't have any great grandchildren. So I don't have those to worry about yet. But I worry about other people, and I worry about the other kids, you know, even if I don't know them. Those kids don't deserve that. They're innocent people. where they forget their meds. I don't know, maybe that's part of it. Maybe they're kind of messed up to begin with in their own meds, and some of them skip their meds a lot of time and go crazy. I have no idea. I heard from my brother. My sister-in-law's still in the hospital. She's doing well. And I asked him, I said, well, when is she coming home? Because he said she'd have to go through rehab. And I didn't know if she had to stay in the hospital to do rehab, or if they sent her home and then she would have rehab, or if they would send her to some other place to have rehab. But they're keeping her in the hospital. She'll be in the hospital. She's going to be going through rehab in the hospital. And then I guess when she's finished with that, they'll be able to send her home. So as far as I know, she's doing as well as could be expected, under the circumstances. I mean, how would anybody be if they had as many health problems as she's got, and then you got to lose part of your foot, 3 toes and a third of your foot? I mean, I'm not sure how well off I'd be having to go through that. Dog bath time. I'll be right back. I bet your dogs love taking a bath. Oh, your sister did not win. Their team didn't win. Oh, well, there's next time. Can't win them all. See, I haven't had Wilkes County boy in here. I know why John is not in, because his internet's down. But I guess he's watching a ball game or something today. That might be where a lot of people are. They might be watching the ball game. But usually a lot of the games don't come on till 5, 6, 7:30, somewhere along in there. They're not on early in the afternoon. But I guess they watch pregame stuff. Who knows? Some of the smaller games would be on earlier. He's cooking. Yeah, probably. I ate pumpkin soup that I made for lunch today. I did a video on it. I'll post the video tomorrow. I'm going to fix some okra for dinner tonight, and it's more like an hors d'oeuvre. So I'm going to make a video on that and hopefully post that tomorrow as well. Because I wanted to show what I'm going to do with it. Make it fun food. Gladys says, I'm your favorite mod. I know, Gladys. Well, thank you, Georgia. I'm fine today, Brookie Cookie. How are you? I haven't been working in the yard and doing all that stuff today, so I feel pretty good. I got some energy left today. Usually I'm out working in the heat, and I get tired, I get hot, and then I don't want to do anything else. And then I look terrible when I get on camera. I look all drained and look like I'm sick or something. Like I said, I had a surprise at my door. I had cat food delivered for little Buddy, Halloween candy, canning jars, and a lot of other stuff. And it was all left at my front door, and I didn't even know it was there. It was a good thing I was home when they delivered it. What did I do today? I just made a video on making that pumpkin soup for lunch. And then I'll make another one on doing my okra for dinner tonight. My snack dinner. But hey, it's okra. That's better than making cakes or cookies. Yeah, they left. Whoever that Wood VR was, evidently they left. They might still be watching, but they're not in chat. I'll try to see if I could get this a little closer, but because I can't see the chat. I have to look on this other thing to see the chat. I see the other person left. Yeah. Yep, they left. Good riddance to them. I guess they were just up to no good, and since they couldn't be a mod and do evil crap, they left. So I say good riddance to them. Well, maybe one day you will, Gladys. Yeah, I don't need any more mods. I think I got enough right now. I like to have plenty for one reason, because I know people can't be in my lives every time I do one. So if you have enough, if only there's a couple in each live, then I've got enough mods, you know. It takes the pressure off of other mods. Because say maybe only 2 or 3 can be in a live at a time, then the other ones are out doing what they need to do, and then maybe the next time they can switch, and the mods that are not in here today will be in the next one. Well, I asked April. I thought about it. Let's see. I thought I asked April if she wanted to be a mod one time, and I thought she told me that she didn't want to be one right now. That's why I didn't make her one. Is that right, April? Or do you want to be a mod? Because I was going to make her a mod, and I think that's the reason I didn't. It's because she said no, that she'd rather be able to come in and out and not worry about it. But if she wants to be a mod, I'll definitely make her one. She just needs to let me know. Rookie Cookie, I'm having pork chops for dinner. That sounds good. I'd like to have some pork chops with my okra that I'm going to cook. Well, I don't know if April is here right now. She's not answering, so she might be doing something with the dogs. I don't know. I've got stuff that I was going to put up. I just haven't put it up. And I was going to be real simple. I was just going to put up my big hollow pumpkin that I put a light in, where it's got a light inside. And then I've got that skeleton head that I was going to put a light inside and put that up. And that's all I was going to do for Halloween. But I haven't done it. Well, I just made her one, Gladys. I guess she'll tell me if she doesn't want to be one. Yeah, I bought that little skeleton head that I showed in, the other video. And, or in the live that I did this past week. I'm going to put a light up in it and put it out there in the window with the pumpkin. Maybe I'll do that tonight. We'll see, Gladys. What's up with the thumbs up? I don't have anybody hardly giving me thumbs up. It shows 15 thumbs up. Well, guys, we've been on here for about an hour, 2 hours and a half. I guess that's long enough. Maybe if I get off of the live, I can get my pumpkin and my skeleton head up in the window for Halloween. He's outside, Gladys. He's probably about ready to come in to get fed supper. He's been in and out today. All right, guys. Well, I've enjoyed the chat. Thank you for all the super chats that came through. I've enjoyed chatting with you. Y'all have a blessed day. Please tell everybody to like, share, and subscribe to my videos. And watch my videos. This YouTube thing don't work if you don't watch my videos. So watch them all. Y'all have a good night. Talk to you later. Love you. Bye.